Hey guys, so they're back with another versus review. And today on the channel, we're going to be doing the versus review between the P226 X5 and the brand new Wesson DWX. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today we're going to be doing a versus review between the American-made P226 X5 single action only and the Wesson DWX. So whenever you're looking at these pistols overall, they're actually very, very close. And I was first thinking, is this a pretty accurate review because both of them are pretty much target pistols. Both of them can be used as home defense, self-defense pistols. And I was like, yeah, that would be a pretty good review. So here we are today. So just starting off, both of them have a 5-inch barrel. Both of them are single action only. Both of them are pretty much, like I said, single action with the kind of 1911 style where you have the safety on the frame where you switch it off and you're ready to go. They both have green fiber optic fronts on them, and the rear is both serrated on each of them. You've got pretty much exact same fiber optic in each of them, exact same light coming through on both sides, so I like that about it. The heavier gun to me is, I'm about for certain, the P226. This one right here is about 43 ounces if I'm not mistaken. P226 is right around 49. Both guns look very well, but we'll get into the aesthetics here in a little bit. But we'll go ahead and just jump into it. Aesthetics wise, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so whichever one you all think looks best. To me, I love the look of the X5. I'm more of a stainless pistol type of gun guy. I love my Glocks and everything like that, but there's just something about a stainless pistol that absolutely looks amazing. On the Wesson DWX, it's a full steel gun with the Cerakoted frame and slide. Very nice as well. Both of these guns are so nice. I mean, they're hard to even compare because even right now in my mind, I still really haven't truly made up which one I like better. The P226 is optics cut, which is a big thing that I stepped on or touched on in the actual review of the DWX, because it's not optics cut at all. There are a bunch of companies that do or that are having it optics cut, or that you can get it optics cut through. But the only thing about the Sig Sauer is that I've tried to buy 3 plates now and none of the plates fit for the P320. They're saying that if you wanted to actually fit to get the P320 Legion Model X5 plate to put on it, and from what I can tell, I don't know, I can't find a really good plate to put on it, to be honest with you guys. Like I said, I've bought 3 plates now and none of them has fit good. So I mean, yes, I'm kind of ragging on the DWX because it is an optics cut, but at the same time, the P226, unless you buy a Sig actual sight to go on it, it's pretty hard to figure out which one, because Sig doesn't even come straight out and tell you which way it's cut. But from what I can tell online, people are saying that it is the 320 X5 cut. So we might try and get onto that sooner or later. The guns now themselves are very, very smooth overall. The Sig actually feels a tad bit smoother to me. The Sig uses an actual full rail that runs the full length of the gun from the cut here all the way to the back. The rail is on the bottom and the rail is on the slide as well. On the DWX, the rail starts about right here, like a traditional traditional 1911 is full slide as well. I don't really know, this is more because even the CZ is full slide, like the Shadows and all that. This one here though, I'm trying to figure out the best way to show it, because you can't technically take down these guns anymore on YouTube, but it starts about around here and goes all the way back, but up here it's just a floating slide pretty much. It's not actually riding on a rail till it gets about to right here, if that makes sense to you all. I'm not saying that doesn't make it smooth, because it is smooth, but it's just not as smooth as the X5. You can hear a little bit of the binding in there, and it feels like it's on ball bearings as well, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as smooth as some of the other pistols I felt, which, it's more how it feels when you're shooting than how it does whenever it's in your hand, because this one right here, though, it feels like it's on ball bearings. All right, now onto the safeties. The P226 has 100% better safety. Very audible on, very audible off. Feels perfect, very tactile, and it's got a decent amount of pressure to actuate it, so I like that about it. DWX's safety is a very mushy safety up, very mushy safety down with a tad bit of audibleness to it. We'll hear it right here. See, that's on now and off. Just mushy, not strong at all, and that's probably one of my biggest cons on this gun right now is that I just don't really care much for the safety. I don't know if it's just this gun or what, but just the safety on it just is actually kind of like a low-grade Kimber safety, to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on with it. Like I said, it's just one of one. Other DWXs might have a very positive safety like this SIG does, but I don't know. It's just nowhere near as good as the SIGs. Trigger. So that's kind of something that is, right now, how I have mine set up is how it comes from the factory. I haven't messed around with the trigger any yet, but the trigger in the DWX is a traditional 1911, very, very nice 1911, traditional 1911 trigger. The SIGs, you can adjust it 100%, forward, back, weight, everything. The SIG, you can get it lighter than the DWX, but now, to be honest with y'all, I'm more used to the 1911 style triggers, and at first I thought I would like the SIGs better, but the trigger on this Dan Wesson is it's killer. Just that 1911 trigger is what I pretty much grew up on shooting, and that and Glocks, and the trigger on the DWX is just like every other Dan Wesson I've ever had, just amazing right out of the box. I mean, you can't ask for no better trigger than that. The SIGs, if I messed around with it a little bit more, I might like the SIGs better just because I can get it exactly how I like it. What I need to do more than anything is that, as you can see here with the take up, there is the actual wall on it. I need to push it as far possible or far forward as I can, because the way I'm shooting it, I kind of feel it rubbing up against my thumb from what I can tell. And my index, or no, I take it back, it's more right here on my finger, and it's like I'm going way too far back on it. So if I pushed it as forward as possible, I think I would like it a little bit better. But for right now, that DWX trigger, guys, it's something else. Like, I mean, it's if you've never felt a high-end 1911 trigger, you don't even know what I'm talking about then. But now, if you have felt a high-end 1911 trigger, then that's exactly what this DWX is, and that's why I'm in love with it. So how does the guns feel in my hand? The P226 is a very thick grip because it's got them thicker rosewood grips on it, and it feels very nice, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it, and it feels good. It's a good full feeling in my hand. But now this DWX it's possibly the best feeling pistol I've ever had in my hand, along with them CZ lines like the Shadows, AQ Shadows, TSO, stuff like that. It's just very, very slimline grip. Them side panels on the side of it are very rigid, very aggressive, and they just fit perfectly in your hand. And I'm telling you something, as soon as I pointed out, I've got that front sight, and it's just perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better. So you already know who's won this one, the DWX, whenever it comes to the feel in the hand. It's just, like I said, it's perfect. You couldn't ask for any better, for me anyway. I don't think there's a better feeling pistol on the market. Also as well, the magazines, SIG comes with 3 20-round mags. The DWX comes with 2 19-round magazines. The DWX is actually a little bit longer framed firearm, because if you look at them right side by side with the base plates and all that, they're almost the exact same, because yes, the DWX has a longer frame on it than the P226. but it's still a full-size grip on either of them. The CC or the Dan Wesson just comes down a tad bit farther, as you can tell. But like I was saying, 20 round mags versus the two 19-round mags. But these mags right here will run you about $50 a piece. The DWX mags, you can buy the P10F, I think is their P10FC maybe, one of them, and they're like $25-30 a piece. So 19 rounds flush fitting, and 20 rounds that's got a little bit more of a drop on it. So it is what it is on that stats on it. I'd love to see what one of these DWXs look like in stainless, because I love stainless pistols, like I said beforehand. But I mean, they both look killer. It's just whichever one you think that you would like the best. Recoil impulse. So this is something that's a little bit interesting, because the DWX does have a better recoil impulse because it's not that real thick slide like on the X5. That high bore axis as well will throw your firearm up like on the X5. This right here, it's got a higher bore axis, don't get me wrong, but it's not as high as the X5. So whenever it does come up, it comes right back down, and you can get a very good sight picture coming back down with it. So the recoil impulse and how fast I can actually shoot it does go to the DWX, because not only, like I'm saying, is the recoil impulse better, but also as well, the trigger let off is a lot shorter than the X5. So yes, I think that the DWX is a quicker firing pistol. Let's see here what else. The ease of use, or the how you actuate it. Okay, from a full grip, okay, I can barely get it out, but I kind of would have to rotate it in my hands to hit a little bit better. To drop the slide on it, it's pretty self-explanatory. I like it. The SIG though feels better to me, because I can release the slide from a full grip. I don't have to break my grip to release the slide. To drop the slide, you cannot drop it from a full grip, so you're going to have to break your grip anyway. A little bit smaller. To be honest with you all, I do like the DWX slide release better than the SIG, just because it's a little bit more prominent. The SIGs, as you can see here, is very, very small, and it's a little bit harder to actuate because of that safety, so that's just something to keep in mind. And also as well, I have caught myself before, whenever I've got a full grip on this thing, I've actually got my thumb pushed down hard enough trying to hold down the firearm that it's not actuating the last round hold open, because I've got the slide release pushed down, and that actually happened once in the video. Overall though, guys, and accuracy as well, both of them are very, very accurate. Both of them are more accurate than I am. So that being said, the DWX was spot on from factory. This slide right here on the X5 was spot on from factory, but I did buy 2 other X5s, and one of them was shooting high. The other one was right on from factory, but now this DWX, it just feels like it's right in line with it. To be honest with you all, I shot the DWX better. I did. And I love my X5, but I shot this one better. Just overall, guys, it's just a lot nicer shooting for me. So that being said, we've covered about everything that we can with these firearms. And to be honest with you all, the better pistol, in my opinion, is probably the DWX. And I hate to say that, because this is my own personal X5, and I absolutely love it, love everything about it. But that doesn't mean that you can't own both. But now, to be honest with you all, if this DWX was optics cut, that would be the 100% seller for me. I hope that they come out with one sooner than later, because I'm really wanting to get one as soon as possible. After I shot this right here, even with some of them 2011 staccatos I've shot, this gun right here done better for me. And guys, I'm telling you something, I'm blown away with how nice I like this pistol. My buddy actually bought it brand new and then sold it to Center Target so I could get it, and they did lend me this firearm for the review. But guys, he told me, he said, you'll love it. And he was not lying, because I'm telling you something, I absolutely love this gun. And I've shot it better than I shoot my X5. And guys, I'll be picking one of these up to keep before too long, just because of how nice it is and how well I shot it and how well I liked it. There's no question about it. But I mean, the SIG X5 is not no slouch either. But whenever you take everything into consideration with it, that DWX just outshot it with me. Now, if I can change the trigger around a tad bit, but +2, I'm more used to a 1911 trigger. We fire the same amount of rounds through each of them, but now whenever you take into consideration how many rounds I've shot through a 1911, it's in the tens of thousands. So yes, I've got more, even though I only shot 200 rounds through this DWX, I've got more time on a 1911 trigger than I do this single action SIG trigger. But guys, I appreciate y'all viewing as always. I hope I answered the question. If you all are looking for both of these pistols, which one to buy, the DWX, guys, I'm telling you something. Grip, feel of it, perfect. I couldn't ask for no better. And I'm about in love with it, and I will be getting me one of these before too long. But guys, once again, I appreciate y'all viewing as always. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for viewing. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.